World Punjabi organization, which seeks to bring Punjabis who are living all over the world together, to make them proud of their heritage. He's produced and staged mega light and sound shows, Bole So Nihal, for example, on the tricentenary of the Khalsa. His socio-cultural interests are very far-reaching, and he launched the World Forum for Parliamentarians of Indian origin with over 50 members from all over the world. He's organized World Punjabi conferences in various cities internationally, clearly a man who's very proud of his heritage. He set up the Sikh Heritage Museum at Gurdwara Bangla Sahib. Vikramjit, I'm going to be sure that I go and visit that this time with my friends on their first visit to India. Should be interesting. He started a journey to create a humane and more equitable society through the Sun Foundation. And during the Corona crisis, he was rendered exemplary service to the underprivileged and the destitute, which I'm sure was sorely needed in view of the lack of a welfare system here. They've set up, as the foundation has set up, world-class skill centres at ITI campus in New Delhi and Amritsar. He's also been involved in drug de-addiction and rehabilitation efforts, which again is a very important contribution to society here. Now, he's going to be moderated by Bachi Karkaria, who's inimitable, so I think I will wind up here because she'll do a far better job than I could ever do here.
Kim, that's your job. Okay, anyway, so good afternoon, everybody. I hope you have all eaten that lunch, which has been the exact opposite of what we were told not to eat, or the exact opposite of what we should have eaten. But it doesn't matter, we are on holiday. And if you're here, then you have to eat all this good Punjabi food. And so, Vikramjit ji, Kim actually told everybody about all the...
I'm so humbled.
Okay, my great boss and mentor was Khushwant Singh, as you know. Yes,
as mine.
So I'm very, very pleased to be in this conversation with you, especially since I read this amazing website of yours and the number of things that you have managed to do, you know, during your day and what you've done during your life. But of all the things that you've done, youth upskilling, Corona, rehabilitation of refugees, setting up the Sikh Museum, setting up a parliament, you know, forum of parliamentarians. What is closest to your heart?
No, closest to my heart is like giving back to society. As you know, I'm a self-made person. As yesterday, Ujjwal Dosanjh ji and everybody was narrating their stories, and Kubra Sayat was telling. So I was also looking for a job till I hit the first batch of the India Trade Service in Commerce, and then so on and so forth. So coming from the grassroots level, my heart and soul or passion is to give back to the society. And I was very blessed when the COVID happened, and we didn't know how it is spreading, by talking, by whatever, which contact. And there was, like, when first it happened and lockdown, in places all over India, the demand for oxygen was like 100x of supply. So there was so mismatch, but we embarked upon a journey to provide oxygen. We put up, first the testing was, diagnostic was a problem, so we put up 2 big buses in Delhi, then 3 in Punjab, the full buses which had a AI, which had a corona testing at the doorsteps. And then they would bring samples to AIMS, and then they will tell the patients, and half was ambulance or so on.
This was all in Delhi as well, because Delhi was in Punjab.
Yeah, because
did you do anything? Because, well, I don't know, but Delhi was certainly ground zero.
Yeah, everybody, I think in everybody's family tree or friends' trees, we lost someone. and people were just, going away, as you have seen that cartoon as the flights take off. It was so scary. So then there was this oxygen issue, so we started importing oxygen concentrators. But they were very scarce, we didn't know the quality, but we brought from China, we bought from other countries. In World Punjabi Organization, we had over 20 chapters. The gentleman called Steve Gupta, president in WPO Toronto, owns 40 of the Hilton hotels. He contributed a lot. There were many people in this journey. Whomsoever I knew, I phoned them. Either you send or we pay. And we lifted, and a single man army with the help of my friend, philosopher and guide, Mr. Kamaljeet Oberoi, who's a director of finance. We used to sit at 7 o'clock in the morning because everything was locked up. And we sort of did a PhD on these oxygen concentrators. We could bring precisely 997, almost 1,000 concentrators. The cost was almost 1.2 lakhs. And we were delivering concentrators. Our slogan of Sun Foundation was, we deliver concentrator faster than a pizza. We sent to Punjab, we sent to every district, because when Punjab government, then CM, Captain Amrinder Singh heard, then he made his chief secretary and everybody calling me. So we set up, supplied the oxygen concentrators. Then there was a shortage of oxygen cylinders, because in BC class cities, oxygen was coming, but the hospitals didn't have a pipeline. So we lifted 2,200 cylinders. One oxygen cylinder will weigh 80 kg. We airlifted and we made available to each and every district of Punjab. And so people from Chandigarh know that the crisis of oxygen was not as bad in Punjab as it was in Delhi and other areas. So we could do. Then I realized that if I can do it, we set up 400 bed Corona hospital with Delhi Sikh Gurdwara Management Committee in the big banquet in the Lakhi Shah Banjara Hall. That was converted to a COVID hospital. We did so many things, but where there is will, there is a way, and it happened. And in Punjab, and senior IAS officer Jaspreet Kaur Talwar, she also worked with me hand to hand, and we could make it a reality.
So was it, Vikramjit ji, was it really about the fact that you had this big network and then you had the one person driving it? So it was a combination of individual and network, global network really, because ultimately the whole world was struggling under COVID.
Yeah,
so unlike an earthquake or something, or a war as we are seeing now, those were concentrated in one part and the whole world could send their supplies. This time everyone wanted their own supplies in their own country. So how did you circumvent that?
So basically it was combination of my global contacts, our suppliers, and whatever little financial strength I had. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਬੰਦਾ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੀ ਬਸ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਗਲਾ ਫੋਨ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਆਏਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗਾ ਕੰਸੈਂਟਰੇਟਰ ਲੱਭੋ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਤੋਂ ਕੰਸੈਂਟਰੇਟਰ ਆਏ ਉਹ 110 ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਇੱਥੇ 220 ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਫੋਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਗਏ ਅਡਾਪਟਰ ਫਿਰ ਅਡਾਪਟਰ ਮੰਗਾਏ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਵੀ ਵਰ ਨਾਟ ਨੋਇੰਗ ਪਹਿਲੇ 12-15 ਕਿਲੋ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਰਿਅਲਾਈਜ਼ਡ ਕਿ ਬਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਸੈਂਟਰੇਟਰ ਹੈ ਪੂਰਾ 94% ਕੰਸੈਂਟਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਟ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਵੇ 22 kg तो इट वॉज ए लर्निंग प्रोसैस फिर ऑक्सीजन प्लांट नहीं काम कर रहे थे जेडे वेंटिलेटर लगे पंजाब ऑक्सीजन प्लांट सो मेनी इट वॉज मिजरी पर कैन द इट दिस एग्जाम्पल शोज बी इफ यू हैव ए पैशन एंड इफ यू हैव ए डिटर्मिनेशन we can do one person can make a difference with of course help of what names I have acknowledged.
And this was during Corona, so you are the Corona warrior, but you've done some amazing work in the rehabilitation of Afghanistan and West Asia, and I think now
COVID had not ended and there was this bomb explosion in Gurdwara Karte Parwan in Kabul, where we lost 27 Hindu and Sikh Afghani Sikhs. You know, we have a long history of right from Shere Punjab Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Hari Singh Nalwa, you know, the northwest frontier boundary of India have been defined by Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Credit goes to him. नहीं तो पता नहीं कितने बॉर्डर आना whatever. ਉੱਥੇ ਹਮਲਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ 27 ਬੰਦੇ ਮਰ ਗਏ ਕਈ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ it like hurt me फिर 2-3 महीने निकल गए. There used to be guy Dilip Singh Sethi in Los Angeles. He was suffering from cancer, and another guy Paramjit Singh Bedi in New York. They had some Afghani connection. Through our World Punjabi Organization, New York and Canadian chapters, we made a contact. तो मेरे भी भावना सी, because पहले तो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਲਿੰਗਨੈਸ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੀਏ. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਵੈਕੂਏਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਆਪਾਂ. ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਗਰੀਬ ਅਫਗਾਨ ਉਦੋਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੀ, ਦੇ ਹੈਡ ਨੋ ਮਨੀ. ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਚਾਰਟਰਡ 3 planes, ਜੰਬੋ ਜੈਟ, 에ਅਰਬਸ ਵੱਡੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਆਫ ਸਪਾਈਸ ਜੈਟ, ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਪੇਡ ਫॉर ਇਟ. ਅਸੀਂ 540 ਫੈਮਲੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਆਏ, ਫਿਰ ਕੁਆਰੰਟੀਨ ਕਰਾਇਆ. ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਰੀਹੈਬਿਲਿਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋਵੇ, ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਮਾਈ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਮਾਈ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ 540 ਫੈਮਲੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਰੀਹੈਬਿਲਿਟੇਟ ਕਰਤਾ. ਮਹਾਵੀਰ ਨਗਰ ਇਨ ਦਿੱਲੀ, ਇਫ ਯੂ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਦ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾਸ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਕਾਨ ਕਿਰਾਏ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਹੈ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਦੀਵਾਲੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਗਿਆ ਹੈਲਥ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਕਰਾਤੀ ਟਾਟਾ, ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੈਂਕ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, so on and so forth. Now we have a World Skill Center at Jail Road. So we are skilling them. There's an afternoon batch which brings the kids of these Afghan refugees. So because how long we will or other NRIs will support. And we lost Dilip Singh Sethi.
Sir, you will have to start this process all over again, because there has been this earthquake in Afghanistan.
Yeah, but no,
even
and
it's a big earthquake.
We have to do a lot, but I was concerned with our Punjabi community per se, but naturally so much to do between the governments, but I did it because our Afghani, Sikh and Hindus.
But they must be still there, right?
No, there are only few now. The last jado Taliban aaya, fir kadde, it's a long history. Now we have evacuated Gurdwara, de vich 5-6 Singh reh gaye ne, aur ek Guru Granth Sahib di, we brought 24 Guru Granth Sahib di bead. Asi utte pura with help of MEA, we were, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਬੀੜਾਂ plane ਤੋਂ ਆਈਆਂ, ਬੜਾ Hindu scriptures ਆਏ.
Is there a special way of transporting the Guru Granth Sahib? I'll tell you, because...
No, with respectful means,
because if I may just share...
They didn't check in, they carried, and then we, jo vi ik maryada ਨਾਲ, but ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੈ ਆਏ ਉਨਾ ਹੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੈ.
If I may share a story from my own culture, that when Aden fell to the communists, and then the Agyari, the Parsi fire temple there, was abandoned. So they had to bring that fire, and we are far more finicky about, its whole thing. So a whole Air India plane was chartered. It had only a Parsi pilot, Parsi crew, and then even the vehicle which then brought that fire, then it was properly consecrated and put up in another village in Gujarat.
Bachi ji, first of all, we didn't have that luxury. Duja, in our religion, Guru Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ 5 ਪਿਆਰੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਤੇ ਪਾਠ ਕਰਦੇ 5 ਪਿਆਰੇ ਲੈ ਆਏ, ਬਸ ਉੱਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਹੈ. We don't get into this Sikh pilot or ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ universal brotherhood ਹੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਹੈ. Pilot ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ.
That's why the Punjabis have prospered far more than the Parsis. And
anyhow, we will discuss some other time.
We must learn to
I have
be
great
far
respect
more
for
open and have
Tata
far
Sons
more
and other.
borders.
I wish Punjabi community can follow Parsis and Jewish. I tell my all big corporates, but that's some other time.
You also did a lot of rehabilitation for West Asia.
Because Punjab vichon last year it came to our notice, पहले 700 बच्चा कनाडा फंस गया. उज्जवल दुसान जी बैठे, 700 people went on a fake admission letter. बड़ा गुस्सा आया, रोस आया. We wrote to Jean Fraser ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉੱਥੇ foreign minister. मैं फिर ट्वीट करने शुरू करते कि भी ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ठीक है साड़ी गलती है, पंजाब ਦੇ ਏਜੰਟਸ ਦੀ ਗਲਤੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਐਬਸਕੌਂਡਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ. ਸਮ ਮਿਸ਼ਰਾ ਗਏ from ਜਲੰਧਰ. ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ SIT ਬਣਵਾਤੀ CM ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ. ਪਰ I told Canadian government, you are equally responsible. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਲੈਣਾ, ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਇਨਵੀਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਲੈਟਰ ਮੰਗਾਇਆ, ਐਮਬੈਸੀ ਹੈਜ਼ ਟੂ ਚੈੱਕ. ਤੁਸੀਂ 700 ਬੱਚਾ ਹੰਬਲ ਕਾਲਜ ਦੇ ਲੈਟਰ ਆਏ, ਤੁਸੀਂ 700 ਬੱਚਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਚੜਾਤਾ, ਵੀਜ਼ੇ ਲਾਏ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ, ਦੇ ਡਿਡਨਟ ਚੈੱਕ. ਫਿਰ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਕਰਾਤੀ, ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ PR ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ, ਤਾਂ ਦੈਨ ਦੇਅਰ ਡਿਪੋਰਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਸ ਸਟਾਪਡ. ਪਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਮਸਕਟ ਤੋਂ, ਓਮਾਨ ਤੋਂ, ਦੁਬਈ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਆਉਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਏ ਕਿ destitute Punjabi girls going on by these crooks of agents of South India, then their crony ladies in Punjab. They are luring them to go as on visit visa or for employment. ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ 4 ਮਈ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਟੀਮ ਮਸਕਟ ਭੇਜਤੀ, ਉੱਥੇ ਕੈਂਪ ਲਗਾਤਾ with help of local people, our World Punjabi Organization, Mr. Matharu and then Balwinder Singh, ਲੰਗਰ ਲਾਤਾ, ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਐਮਬੈਸੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਬੁਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਛੱਡਣ ਨਾ. Now we have rescued about 72 girls from there. So this is a human trafficking and now we are skilling them in our Amritsar and Ludhiana center. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇਖੋ ਬੱਚੀਆਂ ਦਾ, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਵਾਸਤਾ ਕੋਈ ਐਦਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਜਾਏ ਗਲਫ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਈ ਕਾਂਟ 10,000 ਦਿਰਹਮ ਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਚਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਾਰਡਰ ਤੇ 2 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਏ. ਮਤਲਬ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੁਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਹੈ. ਸਪਾਂਸਰਸ ਨੂੰ 2.5 ਲੱਖ ਰੁਪਇਆ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਢਿਆ. ਮਤਲਬ this brain drain or human trafficking. That's why we have started the skilling campaign in Punjab, skilling for jobs. I want that we are setting up 10 center. Our CEO Gurveer Sandhu ji, Arjun Award is here. We are setting up 10 world-class skill centers in every district of Punjab to give free skilling to our Punjab youth, ताकि वो drugs तो दूर रहें. Skilling होए जो कनाडा भी जाना कुछ skill सीख के जाना होवे, AC mechanic, junior nurse or solar panel or so on and so forth.
So sir, while we are on the subject, yes, I think it deserves a big hand.
No.
But sir, talking about skilling and the youth, I mean, you know, we've seen this film Urta Punjab. Now again, this whole Khalistan issue has happened. So can you have done a lot of work for de-addiction. So Punjab has labored under so many of these problems. The granary of the country, the supply side of the Indian Army. And today Punjab is struggling with all these factors.
Rahul ji is here, our common friend, Mr. Prana Roy. He asked me to host a show, a 1-hour show I did on Punjab at the time of elections on the Punjab issue on NDTV. So I've highlighted the whole history of Punjab. Highest per capita income was of Punjab in 1981, 82, 85, 86 when we were studying in Patiala, when this SYL. Anyhow, that's not the topic. But the problem is youth is misguided. Youth have no opportunities. There is an agrarian crisis in Punjab. No industry is coming now also. I have raised my voice 3-4 days back. No big industrial projects have been announced. So, but we are concerned, whatever we little can do. We have set up drug rehab centers. We are running from last 10 years. Swami Vivekanand Drug Rehab Center in Punjab. I was blessed. Devinder Pal Pullar ji jede hune payroll te jede release hoye, he was treated at our center in Amritsar. So, asi youth nu skill de rahe, we are empowering the youth with the skills for jobs. Then there will be no drug problem. If you have skill and this is all idle man, devil's workshop. If we can train the youth and they are busy in some economic activity in India or abroad, this is what we can do. Rest is all politics. They will keep fighting.
I mean, the whole drug thing has become into such an international issue with all that money, drugs, arms, narcotics, and then so children are in that trap. And
I had a long 3-hour discourse on dinner with Ujjal ji and his gracious wife in Delhi few days back. We dwelt and we both agreed because we had felicitated Ujjal Dosanjh in 2002-03 when he became Premier of British Columbia. Yeah. I was nobody there, but we organized a function at the Parliament House in India. Then he was state guest in Punjab. So WPO did, Mr. Advani, But what we agreed that Punjabis and Sikhs, I'm saying very boldly, I'm saying on tweet, we may feel discriminated. We may have 100, problems, resentments, shikwas, but a separate state is not one of them. And let's not discuss, by discussing, we are giving unnecessary weightage. It is not
so
there.
My question is cancelled.
Yes, that's not, that is a band, because that's not there. I am member of the Parliamentary Committee on External Affairs. Last Saturday, I told Dr. Jai Shankar, I am on record. मैं हिंदी च क्या हूँ, मैं एक सड़क में एक पागल आदमी जा रहा है, वो बोलता है तो यही कहते हैं ये पागल है इन्हें छड्डो. मैं कहा उदा वीडियो बना के असी वायरल तो नहीं करते. मैं कहा मीडिया एक कर रहा है कि 10 बंदियां दा वीडियो दिखाई जाएंगे. ग्लासगो तो वापस हो गया. Till I nailed it and I got about 2 lakh views. कि Glasgow Gurdwara invited the ambassador, and that ambassador has been honored by each gurdwara. ਹੁਣ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਦਿਖਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ. I was in London Sikh Forum honored, and see Vikram Dora Swami's speech about Sikhs. It is on Twitter. तो ਇਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ we are showing negative things more on media. Positive ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ. My Tribune published my article, India and Canada, Forgotten Tale of Baba Gurdit Singh. ਉੱਜਲ ਜੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਚਲੋ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਂਦਾ, ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੰਮ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹਾਈਲਾਈਟ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਉਹ ਬਾਬਾ ਗੁਰਦਿੱਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਏ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਕਾਮਾਗਾਟਾ ਮਾਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਸਿੱਖ ਗਏ ਕਿਵੇਂ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ 'ਚ ਗਏ, 19 MP ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ. ਤੋ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਸ਼ੋ ਦ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਸਾਈਡ. ਹਾਂ, ਦੇ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਰੇਜ਼ ਦੇਅਰ ਵੌਇਸ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੈਪਰੇਟ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ. ਇਹ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਐਵੇਂ ਮੀਡੀਆ, we should just ignore it. It's not there. We may have 100 other problems. I'm not saying grievances, but this is not on the table.
Actually, to be fair, I mean, I know media gets blamed for everything, but to be fair, in India at least, it has become very clear that the people in India really have nothing to do with what is happening in Canada currently.
No, even Canadian Sikhs, majority Canadian Sikhs have nothing to do with that, what is happening there. I am sorry to say. They are not vocal. Problem is, they are all drawing room people, but in their heart.
Yes, what you call the silent majority is, really should be, this is really the vocal minority which overshadows the whole silent majority. But tell me, at the time of any crisis, the first people to go to the scene will be the people from the gurdwaras. They'll set up the langars. What is there about your community, which just has this amazing
but why Sikhs? There will be fundamentalists. There are fundamentalists in each religion.
But we are talking Sikhs? We've stopped talking of the fundamentalists. वो बात बन गई.
Yes, है.
रात बीत गई.
वो हर community में होते हैं, उनको ये थोड़ा weightage दो आप.
वो बात तो हो गई. Now I'm talking about why every time there is a humanitarian crisis, it's the Sikhs, the local Gurdwara who sets up the langar, who sets up the thing. So what is there about your community which has this amazing spirit of service? I know everyone does Sewa. I have friends who, take a month off and go to Amritsar from Bombay and do Sewa. What is there? You have the thing about the cleaning of the shoes. What is there?
But that's forgotten. My heart cries when you see same shot of UK flag is shown. I told, and I had to phone then Prana Roy, why you stop this? Now you're showing this just one minuscule event.
You are continuing when I have stopped. And we have stopped.
Thank you.
You don't continue. We've stopped that issue.
Thank you.
Okay, now answer my question. What is there about, what is the question? The question, yes, what is there about...
Sikh, the Sewa is in DNA of every Punjabi. No, it is in DNA because our gurus taught, Sade Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught 3 things, 3 mantras of life. Kirt karo, work hard. Naam japo, worship God. Vand chako. This Vand chako concept of langar and sarovar and everything came from the founder of Sikh religion. 3, work hard, share your gains with have-nots, and meditate. One God. He said Ikyunkar, one God. He didn't say my God is better, my Vaheguru is better than your Om and all that. I don't want to. There's one God. There are many different paths to go for salvation, self-actualization. So this is why we say it is in the DNA of Punjabis. I'm going just beyond Sikhs.
Okay, I'm sure you have also, of course the gurus are there, but Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he's the towering person. You had a statue built in his honor. What was it about Maharaja Ranjit Singh that about his life that you have tried to emulate?
I said in the beginning he was the last sovereign of India. That's why we could put his 33 feet high equestrian statue inside Parliament House. Then unveiled by then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, had a 200 years of birth anniversary at Vigyan Bhavan. He was a secular. The Sikhs were only 3-4%, but he was most secular. He had Fakir Azizuddin as a Prime Minister, General Ventura. He was visionary. He brought a French general in his army, as I earlier said, he was the one with Hari Singh Nalwa who defined the boundaries of Northwest. He stemmed the invasion from this. And what was Punjab was Kashmir to Sindh. He acquired Kohinoor.
Yeah, yeah.
And then rest is the history.
Okay, you're also a great believer in Sufism.
Yes.
So what is there about the Sufi philosophy which appeals to you most? And then you have to sing.
Because, okay, on a lighter note, post-lunch, and as Khushwant Singh's philosophy, Sufism, I had been recently to Rumi's Mazar in Turkey when I happened to there. Sufism feels that, first of all, every human being is a manifestation of God. God is not in gurdwaras or mosques or temples. This is the basic tenet of Sufism. And then poets, other poets like Shah Hussain, Bahu, Baba Bulle Shah, they have gone a little further. They say they see God in eyes of their beloved. So that's a little romantic or whatever, a spiritual or soulful touch, which is known as Ishq Hakiki. There are two Ishq, Ishq Januni and Ishq Hakiki. Ishq Mazazi, sorry, and Ishq Hakiki. I will just sing one couplet, which okay, two couplets. Acha, okay, because of this. So, you know, I have fond memories. Rahul ji and Nilofar knows. Of course, the young people may not know here, but I had fond memories of going to Khushwant Singh Ji's house many Sundays. There used to be one gentleman, Sardar Nanak Singh. So he was the coordinator, and then he will phone me, Vikramji, aaj aa jao. I used to go to Khan Market, get the Chinese food, which Khushwant Singh Ji liked, prawns and all that, and then end up there. When I used to go there, jede unna de ghar jande si, you know, doorbell te likhya hunda si, don't press the bell if you are not expected. And so, and go on time, because 8 o'clock will be 8:10 was the departure time, or 8 o'clock. So you go at 6:30, then you are welcomed by swindling cats, and then the beauty and brain will sit on the lotus feet. But of course, I was given a chair, and then whole acoustic double roof, where when you sing, it will be very acoustic was very good. So Khushwant Singh Ji will say, Vikram ji, Bulle Shah sunao. आज शाह हुसैन सुनाओ, आज बाहू सुनाओ. मैं दो कपलेट ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੜੇ ਅੱਛੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਾਣੇ. ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਖਸੀਅਤ ਤੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਮੈਂ ਨੀ ਮਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਮੁਰਸ਼ਿਦ ਉੱਚਾ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਸੰਗ ਲਾਈ, ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਉੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੀਵਿਆਂ ਸੰਗ ਨਿਭਾਏ. As Khushwant Singh was very humble. So then, you know, this lot of respectable guests of fairer sex were all at lotus feet. I hope I'm not making any mistake. So then, yeah, and then because it was very nostalgic, very nostalgic. I don't know, I'm not, anyhow. So, okay, two more couplets, then we'll end. So one for Khushwant Singh Ji's eternal, immortal. This is what we are doing here. And one thing I want to say, KSLF, this literary festival is class apart. And of course it is the select, it is for the select, and we should perpetuate his memory. And I commit my lifetime support to this festival. I have been to many festivals, but here the serene and the intellectual. Okay, so I have to now finish. Ai jawani har koi jane, te jandi kise na dithi, ki bandeya tu ban ke rehna, ते आखिर हो ना मिट्टी. इश्क ने हरदम ताजे रहना, चाहे दाढ़ी हो जाए चिट्टी. He was ever green. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you, Vikramjit, because I've also learned a lot of Punjabi while sitting on this stage.
Yes,
And
thank you.
Thank you very much for all that you've done.
अच्छा एक चलो और सुन. नहीं वो तो हाँ, thank you. I sang during COVID with Noora sisters, and that song मैं कल तक नहीं रहना. That song got 11 million views. He's selling. I'm not a singer, but जेडी चीज कहते ना रूह तो आवे. तो I will just have to finish. Okay.
We're already 15 minutes over, actually.
Okay.
नहीं रात ਨੂੰ ਗਾਣਗੇ. Yeah. चलो एक कर लो.
अज आखां वारिस शाह नूं कितों कबरां विचों बोल ते अज किताबे इश्क दा कोई अगला वर्का फूल. इक रोई ती पंजाब दी इक रोई सीती पंजाब दी. तू लिख लिख मारे वैन अज लखां ਧੀਆਂ ਰੋਂਦੀਆਂ. ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਧੀਆਂ ਰੋਂਦੀਆਂ. ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵਾਰਿਸ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣ, ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵਾਰਿਸ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣ. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bachi. Thank you, Vikramjit. The session was 15 minutes.
Okay, so thank you very much.
I can see why you were awarded the Padma Shri. Well deserved. Bachi, thank you.